Could our universe be more than just a collection of stars, planets, and nebulae? In recent years, science and philosophy have increasingly pondered this question, proposing remarkable hypotheses about the very nature of the space. One such hypothesis suggests that the universe could, in some sense, resemble a living organism. At first glance, this idea may sound far-fetched. However, with a deeper dive into the details, it begins to hold a certain logic. Imagine galaxies as cells that interact, forming something unified. The cosmic web that connects them might resemble a nervous system, transmitting signals across a vast expanse. The laws of physics governing the universe could be likened to biological processes that sustain life. Within this framework, the theory of the universe as a living entity transforms from an absurdity to an idea with intriguing scientific grounding. Some might find these thoughts too unconventional, yet they prompt reflection. Haven't we all, at one time or another, wondered if we might be part of something much larger? Today, we'll explore this bold hypothesis and consider just how credible the idea of a living universe might be. This notion isn't new. Its roots reach deep into human history, back to ancient philosophers who sought to explain the space through their observations. The space was often viewed as a living being, animated and capable of intention. For instance, in ancient Greek philosophy, Platonists and Stoics regarded the space as a living whole. Plato, in his work Timaeus, described the universe as a living creature composed of both soul and body. He envisioned a world soul pervading all existence, giving the space a harmonious, structured essence. The Stoics similarly advocated for a unified and interconnected world, one guided by a universal reason, or logos. While views on the nature of the universe shifted during the Middle Ages, ideas of its animation didn't completely vanish. In the works of medieval scholastics and alchemists, one can find analogies between the universe and living organisms. Alchemists, for example, saw the microcosm, the human being, as a reflection of the macrocosm, the universe. This concept implied a profound connection between humankind and the space, suggesting that the laws governing both are, at their core, alike. With the rise of scientific understanding during the Renaissance and Enlightenment, the concept of a living universe gave way to mechanistic models. Thinkers like Newton and his contemporaries began to describe the space as a vast machine governed by strict physical laws. Yet, even in this era, some philosophers and scientists continued to entertain the notion of a cosmic organism. For instance, the German philosopher Leibniz proposed the idea of monads, indivisible, living entities that exist in harmony across the universe. Today, while less widespread, the idea of a living universe persists, evolving within new scientific and philosophical frameworks. Theories of self-organization, hypotheses on cosmic consciousness, and speculations about megastructures constructed by advanced civilizations contribute to a renewed interest in this ancient concept. When we imagine the universe as a living organism, an immediate comparison that arises is between life's cellular structures and cosmic bodies. It's particularly intriguing to liken the universe to a cellular system, the building block of all living things. In biological organisms, cells perform multiple functions to sustain life. Now imagine each galaxy as a sort of cell in the universe, interacting with others to form an enormous cosmic organism. These cells connect through something akin to neural pathways, a cosmic web composed of dark matter and energy, which is thought to comprise most of the universe's mass. If we examine the structures of cells and galaxies, certain parallels emerge. Cells are surrounded by membranes that shield them from outside forces and contain various organelles, each with its own role. Similarly, galaxies have their own protective halos of dark matter that encase and stabilize them. Within galaxies, dynamic processes reminiscent of cellular functions unfold. Stars are born and die, gravitational forces interact, and energy and matter are exchanged. The cosmic web linking galaxies resembles a network of interactions within a living organism. These dark matter filaments could serve a function similar to neural pathways, transmitting signals between cells. In this context, the universe appears as a vast, self-organizing organism, with each galactic cell contributing to the overall stability and harmony of the system. Of course, this comparison has its limits. The universe is a vastly intricate structure whose properties do not always align directly with those of living organisms. But can we draw parallels between the laws of nature and biological processes governing life? Surprisingly, at a macro level, these processes can indeed seem remarkably alike. Consider, for example, gravity. It binds galaxies, star systems, and planets, preventing them from scattering into the chaos of space. In living organisms, a similar role is played by cellular membranes and structures that hold cells and tissues together, maintaining stability and function. Gravity, in a way, is the force that preserves the universe's cohesion. Another intriguing analogy is star formation, which resembles the growth and reproduction of cells in living beings. Stars are born, live, and die, much like the cells in our bodies that constantly renew and are replaced by new ones. And as in biology, this process is regulated by a complex interplay of many factors, from the chemical composition and density of matter to the influence of the surrounding environment. The universe's evolution can even be viewed as akin to the evolutionary processes observed in living systems. Just as living organisms adapt to changes in their environment, the universe undergoes changes driven by internal and external forces over time. For example, after the Big Bang, the universe is thought to have passed through distinct stages, which could be likened to the phases of a living organism's development, from its childhood or the inflationary epoch to the mature state in which it exists today. The theory of chaos and self-organization also captures interest, as it is evident both in nature and across the space. Biological systems frequently showcase examples of self-organization, where complex structures and patterns arise spontaneously from chaotic conditions. This principle is observable on a cosmic scale as well. Stars and galaxies emerge from primordial chaos, such as nebulae and gas clouds, gradually becoming part of an ordered cosmic structure. These analogies serve as hypotheses that provide a fresh perspective on familiar phenomena. They highlight the significant commonalities between the laws of nature and biological processes. This raises an intriguing question. Could the universe possess the capacity for self-organization and even its own consciousness? While these ideas might seem far-fetched, both science and philosophy equip us with the tools to explore them. Self-organization refers to a system's ability to spontaneously arrange itself and develop complex structures without external control. In biology, this phenomenon manifests in various ways, such as the formation of cellular membranes, the intricate patterns on animal skins, or even the behaviors of ant colonies. These processes emerge from simple interactions among the system's components, resulting in outcomes that can be surprisingly intricate and orderly. In the space, we also observe instances of self-organization. Stars and planetary systems form from chaotic gas clouds under the influence of gravity and other forces, while galaxies cluster into vast groups that in turn create a cosmic web, a network of galaxies interconnected by delicate strands of dark matter. These structures arise without a discernible guiding intelligence, exemplifying cosmic self-organization. Just as in living organisms, the universe organizes itself, producing complex and harmonious systems from simpler constituents. But could such a complex system as the universe possess consciousness? This idea, while bordering on science fiction, certainly captures the imagination. The theory of panpsychism, for instance, suggests that consciousness is one of the fundamental properties of the universe, present in every part, from the tiniest particles to the vastest star systems. In this context, the universe is viewed as a singular organism capable of being aware of its own existence. Philosophical reflections on the consciousness of the universe are intertwined with the concept of the noosphere, introduced by scientists Vladimir Vernadsky and Pierre Teilhard de Chardin. The noosphere represents a sphere of thought that emerges as a result of the evolution of the planet and its biosphere. This leads to the idea that consciousness might not be limited to individual living beings, but could also characterize larger systems, such as planets or even the universe itself. It's also fascinating to explore the relationship between human consciousness and the universe. Some theories, such as the anthropic principle, posit that consciousness and the space are interdependent. The observed universe exists in a form that allows intelligent life capable of recognizing it to arise. Perhaps our own consciousness is part of this greater mind, and through our interactions with the universe, we become an integral part of it. The notion that the universe may be a living organism invites us to reconsider our perspective on the world around us. We have explored numerous ideas, and while they tread the line between science and philosophy, they reveal profound parallels between biological processes and the laws of nature. It's possible that you are a universe unto an entire civilization, or perhaps you embody the universe for your family, friends, or loved ones. And certainly, you are the universe for me as well.